but on Crunchyroll it's just 171 episodes straight, no seasons.
Interesting.
Well, technically it says season one. So Crunchyroll's official trailer for it, it says, second season official trailer. So it's
Okay. So I am back. My thing is working again. I'm gonna pen that again for 30 minutes. Do, 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 do.
whoop.
Copy. So the other part, which brings me back to, we read patch notes. Now the part of, like I was saying a second ago, that is interesting that they don't mention when they do or change things, but apparently is lack of transparency, and they don't apparently tell you guys. It has been brought to my attention that they have also changed a level cap on when you can talk to Merlin. So I find that funny and I find that interesting that you can no longer talk to Merlin until you are level 30, which previously was not a thing. Um,
Yeah.
and that is nowhere within their patch notes. So I have been stating it for a while that they've been changing things and not being clear about them and not having transparency within them. Um, kind of like they did with the uh, Star Worms, taking that from 100% mutation rate down to 30, um, and other things. Well, here is another one where you cannot speak to Merlin until you are level 30, and that is quite funny. And why that's not in there? What is the relevance of not announcing that? What is the relevance of not putting that within your change logs? What do you gain from that? But what I will tell you, you gain from not doing that is looking scummy and slimy and not trustworthy. Because there are so many things that you do under the rug that is not being announced.
Solo says that it was level 30 when he started playing Fish. But when we started playing Fish, I mean, I could talk to Merlin right away.
Yeah, I got taken to Merlin right away. I know people when they just, even after this last patch, when they added XP boosters to Merlin, you could use and talk to Merlin and use those XPs immediately and buy it from him the moment that you got 5K. You could buy an XP boost immediately from Merlin. So now you can't. When we got started, and the person that helped us out, which thank you again. I always appreciate the help that we received as new players from Ligna. We got shown where Merlin was. We bought Luck Potion because at the time also there was no XP thing. Um, Whenever we would do certain things and with the crab cages in different areas, but you could talk to Merlin right away.
Yeah. We just started playing like not that long ago, really.
So we started at 3 days when there was 3 days left of Fish Right. Is how long we've been playing. So it was sometime in the end of October. Literally right before the big nerf. when they nerfed. So the day I remember being there, the day that they announced and showed Nate's blade, and then I remember being there, like we were there for the big nerf when the nerf happened for the whole money and aquarium nerf that everybody fucking flipped out for. Which at first, we were sitting there like, why does it matter? Like, honestly, a balancing needs to be done with this game because we're gaining money way too rapidly. And I was all for like an actual legit true balancing of the game. But then it just tanked from there. There is no balancing. Like, balancing is not a thing.
Well, it literally put the message at the bottom that I teleported to Fishmas, but here I fucking am
Right,
in
which,
this
like we
game.
said before with wikis, when it comes specifically to wikis, that's like their fan base. So like people, they're all made up by a bunch of different random ass people putting in different things. That's not necessarily a specific thing. So I'm going off of information from a actual personal person and multiple people's personal experiences where I know for a fact that you could talk to and use him prior to right before this patch. Whether that was a glitch and you shouldn't have been able to, maybe that was it. I don't know.
Yeah. But I feel like if that was the case, then we wouldn't have been taken straight to like it would have been a known thing
Right,
for veteran players and be like, oh well, you can't talk to him yet.
right, right. We wouldn't have been taken to him early on.
Plus, there were quite a few times before I was 30 or level 30 that I had the money to spend on extra luck, and I did.
Right.
And the only reason I stopped doing it was because it's only 10 minutes, and a lot of the times when I was needing it, it was someplace that took me at least half of that to get there at the
Mhm.
time.
Right.
So that's the only reason I stopped using it.
Right. Well, that and the luck doesn't fucking do anything for you anyways. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like it might have once upon a time, but yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, anything I need it for, or I would need it for now, it doesn't do anything. And even if it did, in the areas I need it for, it doesn't do anything. Like here in Fishmas, luck is utterly meaningless. Even if it does, say they fixed it and like luck actually played a role again, it still wouldn't help me in Fishmas because every fish is considered the same.
Right. Which is also weird.
They're all limited, which I get that they all literally are limited fish, but they're not put in a set order of like, you know, hardest to get and easiest to get like most of the bestiaries are because the North Star is, let's be 100% honest here, the hardest one to get. It is I mean, I want to call it the rarest fish, but it
Hello,
is the rarest fish.
Ligna.
Anyway, and you, I mean, it's second, or is it second in the second row? Which would
Yeah.
put it at anywhere between uncommon and unusual, maybe rare. So Yeah. So it should be a lot easier to get if we're going based on those placements,
I think.
which
Or is
obviously we
that
can't.
the I think
No,
that's
no,
the serpent.
that's the serpent. No, that's right, it's the serpent. But it's still not the last one. You know what I'm saying? It's the first of the fourth line. I'll have to look.
I'm pulling it up while trying to. Ugh, my stupid cursor. Oh my god, why does it do that? So it's
It's the
one, two, three,
first of
four,
the
five.
the first of the fifth line out of seven lines and one more. So it's somewhere in the rare to mythical range, potentially. If you take out the festive relic, the jolly bait crate, and the presents, the present snow Santa present and the snowy present, then it should still only be rare to mythical, maybe legendary. Let's say legendary. But I mean, we've been fishing for a few days. Between
Well,
me
like
and
I said
you,
yesterday when we were talking about it, you and Cloud have caught multiple. I
yeah.
personally have not caught a single one. Cloud got the one the very first day Fishmas dropped off my character, but ever since then I have not seen a single one of any kind, any mutation of any fucking thing.
And I don't know if
And
there's something glitched with
alone,
my account.
I
The only time
have
I see one
fished
is with the bat rod.
over 500 off of Maelstrom. Um, and that's not including the multiple fish I've caught with other rods. The only reason why I'm picking out Maelstrom specifically is because I've only used Maelstrom solely in Fishmas. Um, so that's just giving a rough range, you know, idea. But I've used multiple other rods. I've fished a fuck ton with Oni, Cerulean, Santa's Rod, Destiny, um, the Try Hard, multiple other rods, and I have not seen a single fucking North Star since the day that this fucking thing dropped, except for that very, very one, the day of. How many days has it been now since Christmas has dropped?
Mm, at least a week or more.
Yeah, like Cloud said, at least a week. So, which goes back to like the what I was saying earlier. The percentages aren't even real percentages. It's literally just a random pure RNG where you and Cloud have at least caught them.
I mean, the only ones I've caught though are. Oh, so I got one when I first got the Maelstrom rod. But it was a normal, and I got any ones the two I've got after that were because I was using the bat rod, so it then I have anomalous on it, which is the only reason I got two.
Oh, and I've used the Rod of the Exalted. Um, trying to go for that stupid bobber. Now, having said that, if it wasn't for Cloud, I wouldn't have my whale for which by the way, I do have my whale. So I can get the frost North Pole, not frost, sorry. North Pole rod. So all I need now is the worm in my which I do technically have in my sticky, but I didn't specifically catch it. So I need to complete the bestiary for Boreal Pines. Boreal
We'll just call it
whatever.
pines.
Pines. The pines to then get the other rod, and then I will be complete out of there. My luck, like there's no way I'm getting that fucking whale. Fuck that whale. Fuck a whale. Like fuck a whale, man.
The thing is, I don't think I'm gonna get it either because I'm like, ever since it almost makes me feel like they changed